can't find it in Jesus. No, you can't find it at all. Well, if you can't find it in Jesus, no, you can't find it at all. He wants to heal your mind.
Hello friends, welcome to the Good Samaritan Coffeehouse. I normally open up with a song, but I think since it's Mother's Day weekend, I'll let my mother sing a song for us. She loved to sing. She was a great singer, and I actually was able to be blessed enough to make a CD of her singing before she passed away. But I think I'd like to do that, have my mother sing one of her favorite songs. Here it is.
Must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, yes you were. You always walked a step behind. But I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. Only a face without a name. I never once heard you complain. Did you ever know that you're my hero and everything I wished I could be? And I could fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got you here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. And I could fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. But I have to tell you, you're my hero. You're everything, everything I wished I could be. Oh, and I could fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings. Fly, so high I almost touch the sky. Thank you, thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my wings. so high that I could touch the sky. Thank you, thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my wings.
Wasn't that wonderful? My mother loves to sing, and I remember karaoke. Many times we'd all gather at her house for karaoke, or at one of my children's house, my daughter's houses, and my mother would always be the queen of karaoke there. She was a great lover of singing. She used to sing professionally, and actually my wife's mother was a highly successful professional singer, Ivy Davis, and she made some great music. Her and her sisters were pretty famous growing up when they were the Parker sisters. They used to sing. They had a big following up in Baltimore. They sang for the Navy and then did a lot of things, traveled quite a bit doing that. But I'd like to recognize another mother that's real important to me, my wife Jolynn, the mother of our children. When I first met Jolynn, it was kind of unusual how we met, and it was difficult to believe anybody would think we could make it as a husband and wife, because we're so different. My life of being a rogue and a traveling sort of gypsy musician, and my wife Jolynn, my wife to be at the time, just became a Christian at 6 years old and lived a devoted life. Spent a lot of time ministering with her family in the jails and stuff. That's probably the only similarity we had. And then we actually met at a sing-along at the Central Foursquare Church where I was going. Had a weekend sing-along, and she showed up there with her family, Davison family, singing Christian music, and I sang my stuff, and we talked a little bit, and I knew right then this would be somebody I'd like to meet. But the song I wrote for her, and I actually wrote this song driving a motorcycle to Okeechobee to go to Dunklin Memorial Camp to visit my good buddy Mickey Evans, the late great Mickey Evans. I wrote this and kept it in my head till I got down there and borrowed a guitar to write the words down and play the chords down and stuff. But when I wrote this, we only had 2 children, so there's a couple of kids missing. We got 4 now. And there was one dude that I was going to name Timothy, and I almost put in the chorus the name Timothy, but God gave me a little wisdom there. And so anyway, here's a song I wrote for my wife, Jolynn. Hope you enjoy it.
Jolene, you've been all that a woman could be for me. And each day that passes by, I love you more and more and more. And it's plain to see you're a gift from God to me. And I'm gonna spend my life with you, Jolene. Jolene, you've been all that a woman could be for me. And each day that passes by, I love you more and more and more. And it's plain to see you're a gift from God to me. And I'm gonna spend my life with you, Jolene. And both our children are a blessing from the Lord. Little Daniel and Julia, so precious. And as we grow together, we will serve the Lord in His presence forever. And both our children are a blessing from the Lord. Little Daniel and Julia, so precious. And as we grow together, we will serve the Lord in His presence forever. Jolene,
Well, that's one of the most requested songs that people have for me. I can not really do it by myself. I'm not really, it's one of those songs that requires the backgrounds and all that stuff. So doing it by myself is not something I usually do. But I will say that Jolene's been a great gift to me. And you know, when we think about mothers, we have to think about Mary, the mother of Jesus. What a wonderful person she must have been, that God picked her to be the bearer of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the Messiah, coming to the world in the flesh, born as a little baby. And to know that, you know, she was getting ready to get married. She was getting ready to get married to Joseph, the carpenter, and she heard the voice of an angel telling her that she was going to bear the Christ child, and that she was not going to know a man before that. And that would have brought shame in the Old Testament for the Jews. They would have stoned her, and he would have never married her. And it would have gone that way, except for God spoke to Joseph too, and told him to not be afraid to take Mary as his wife, because the child that will be born of her was born of the Holy Spirit, and he would save his people from their sins. Well, that still must have been a hard thing to deal with, because that was a different kind of a culture, something today we couldn't understand. But you know what? She took the burden that was cast upon her, and knowing when they took Jesus to be baptized after he was born, a prophet at the temple came up and told her that this was definitely the Son of the Most High, and that he had been waiting for God's promise that he would see the Messiah before he died. And then he told her that a sword would pierce her heart, that this baby that she was going to have, that she just had, would be the joy of her life and would redeem the whole world and bring them back to God. But with it, the suffering and the pain she would endure, the suffering of seeing her son become crucified and be shamed before the whole world, where they spit on him and laughed at him and mocked him. To stand there and see that happening, to know that all of that was coming, and that someday she would have to go through that great pain. But you know, when she first got that word from the angel to go see her cousin Elizabeth, her mother's cousin Elizabeth, she would go there and find out that Elizabeth was having a baby like the angel had told her, and that was John the Baptist. So what a great person she must have been. What about your mother? Do you think about your mother very much? Do you honor her? Do you tell her how much you love her? Are you good to her? Are you thinking about her this weekend? I hope so. My mother passed away a few years ago, and about a year and a half later, her mother passed. My wife Jolene's mother passed away. Both of them were great mothers. I've got two daughters who are great mothers. Also, my daughter Julia. She has 3 children, and my daughter Christy has 2. And you know, they're great mothers. They're dedicated. They're the sacrifice that it takes to be a mother. And look at what it's like today. Mothers who are watching their children suffer. Some mothers are suffering themselves, having to have their kids home from school when they usually got a 5-day-a-week vacation. Well, now they're having to do that because of the coronavirus. They're having to keep them home and not being able to do the things that they normally do because they're taking care of their kids when they're normally off to school. Mothers are a great gift, and I hope you understand what a great gift yours is. And so if she hadn't heard you tell her in a while, then now's a good time to do that. Well, I'm going to let you go now. I think we are going to have a great celebration for Mother's Day around my house, and just want to bless all of you this weekend, especially you mothers. I pray that you'll be blessed and that you'll continue to be the blessing that you always are for the people around you. God bless you all. Have a great day.
I say, blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining, shining.